Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, bringing you another deck tech with the most popular deck in Standard right now. It won a pretty recent Standard event. We've been seeing a lot of different takes on it recently, um, and it's been really fun. It's a really powerful deck, so I'm excited to show you guys what it is, how it works, and play some games with it. So this is the green-white lands deck that has kind of been going around. So there's a lot of different variations, a lot of different builds. I've been liking this one quite a bit. So the idea is that you're kind of a ramp deck, but you get a ton of value out of your lands. So the core of our deck, we've got 8 2-mana accelerants, along with a couple Loyal Warhounds, which can sometimes accelerate us and also apply some early pressure. We also have some Elite Spellbinders and Kazandu Mammoths to put pressure on our opponents early, so we kind of can play a little bit of the aggro role in control matchups. And then we have some really big 4-drops to ramp into. We got 4 Yasharns, which goes and gets us more lands, and also messes with a lot of abilities in the format. Not being able to pay life or sacrifice permanents can really hose a lot of opponents pretty randomly. And then 4 Azeka's Chariots, of course. This card is super powerful, and some Felidar Retreats as well, which is really good with all the lands we're playing. And then the all-star of the deck, Renin 7, we've got 4 of them. Just getting us more lands, putting lands into play, all sorts of stuff. And then for the top end, we have Storm the Festival, which is really good. It can put almost everything in our deck into play, and then also it can put lands into play if we have good landfall stuff in play. And then I'm also running some Scoot Swarms, because this card can take over the game, can make some massive board states. I could see cutting down the Scoot Swarms a little bit, but they've been pretty good for me. And then we're also playing a lot of the spell lands, the Marius Call, Mammoth and Florahedron are spell lands. And then as far as the mana base goes, we've got 4 of the flip lands, a couple Cave of the Frost Tyrants, just so we can maybe put through some extra damage in the air after a sweeper or something. 2 Field of Ruin, which is nice because it can trigger our own landfall stuff and also get rid of problematic lands. And then I'll show you guys the sideboard. So we've got 1 Paladin class to go, going against kind of like the blue-red spells types decks. Portable Hole against aggro, Fateful Absence against anything that has creatures, so like mono green especially. I got 3 of those. Redain, 2 of them for anything that has snowlands. Curse of Silence against like Auron's Epiphany decks, usually naming Goldspan Dragon or Epiphany. Another Loyal Warhound if we want to be able to get aggressive against control. 2 Borrowed Time, which is just a good kind of all-around spell that can, take out creatures. It can take out, kind of anything where we need, more answers to their big threats. The 4th Felidar Retreat, in case we want to go up to 4. And a couple Toskies against control to kind of get some card draw going. So yeah, that's the deck. It's been doing really well in Standard recently. There's a lot of different builds. I like this one because you kind of maximize your chance of playing a pretty impactful 4-drop with the 8, 2-mana accelerants and the, 11 4-mana spells. So yeah, let's jump into it. I'm going to be playing traditional Standard play with this deck, traditional Standard ranked. Because I want to start playing some more best of 3, longer form games where I get a little bit more chance to, come back and try out my sideboard. And also because you win more and lose more each game, so, it's kind of nice to, you get the chance to climb a little bit more. But yeah, so we're still Diamond 4. I'm hoping to climb up Diamond 3, Diamond 2 as much as I can. Ooh, let me... Okay, let's look at this hand. I think this hand is good enough. It's not great, for sure. But maybe we can get scooting. Scoot Swarm is a little bit of a win more card, where like if you're able to have a 3-drop 1/1 in play. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna play Amari's Call untapped. Because I want to cast Florahedron next turn, and actually I want to cast Mammoth on 3. I guess I can cast Florahedron on 2 and then Mammoth on 3 still. Or I can play 2. Oh, now I can do anything else. Yeah, so let's... Yeah, let's just Florahedron. Yeah, Colin's a little bit annoying. This is where that not being able to sacrifice, you know, things to pay costs would have been good. What is this? Never. Okay, so it's just kind of a big guy, can mess with the graveyard. Oh, well this is perfect. Now we can just play Yasharn. Go get a couple more lands. And I think we'll probably be able to take over the game eventually. I think I'm just going to play one, then play a land so that I can have a jump blocker for this. Ooh, or I could just play another Yasharn. That's pretty tempting. I'm still not hitting 6 lands next turn anyway. If I play Scoot Swarm, I can also cast Innkeeper. Let's just cast Yasharn. No. Yeah, let's cast Yasharn. And just pass. Because if he doesn't have another removal spell, we can trade. And if he does... oh, I gotta discard a card. If he does, I'm not in too bad a shape. Because that's what he's doing with his turn then. And then I can Innkeeper, Scoot, land. And I'll have a lot of jump blockers. So yeah, it's been really fun trying to figure out what's good in this new format. There's been a pretty wide variety of decks. Which has just been a breath of fresh air. Ooh. Hurt by the legendary rule. Can't sacrifice the treasure to pay for things. Yeah, so... Okay, let's go. Innkeeper. And then Scoot Swarm. So we get to gain the life off the Scoot Swarm. And then our land. And let's pass. And then next turn we can Scoot Swarm, play a land, make 2 more Scoot Swarms, and then I think we're basically going to win. Because we can even Field of Ruin to make another 2, so like we can make 8 Scoot Swarms. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of Scoot Swarms next turn. Oh, yep, and we win for game 1. Let's go. Okay, Black-Red Sacrifice. They didn't go for the Snowland build. I'm not sure what we want here. Let me just think about it for a minute. I have some notes written down, one sec. This isn't such a common deck that I have like a thought out sideboard strategy for it yet. I think I'm going to want some removal though. I think that's kind of what I'm feeling. Yes, I think I kind of want one or two of the Fateful Absences. I don't think Loyal Warhound is very good in this matchup with the call-ins and stuff. Actually, I think I want the Borrowed Times because he probably has that 3/3 Immersion Predator that can get indestructible. And Borrowed Time gets around that. And I think Scoot Swarm's probably not very good in this matchup because he might have like the what's it called? The 1/1 skeleton that gives -1/-1. So I think I'm gonna take those out, put in a Felidar Retreat. Maybe I'll put in one Scoot Swarm and a Toski. And we'll see how this plays. Although I am on the play. Or no, I'm on the draw, so maybe we want the Loyal Warhounds. Just over a Scoot Swarm, I think. And let's cut the Toski. Hopefully my changes went through. I don't know if I had to like save or something. I mean, I assume he's going to want to play first. So, in that case, Loyal Warhound is pretty good. I don't know why this decision has taken our opponent so long. Pretty obvious, just go first. You should almost always be choosing to go first when you can in Magic. Okay. Waiting on our opponent. Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't think this green-white deck would be as powerful as it is. It seems like a lot of things that are like kinda like yeah, 4/4 that gets you some lands, and I don't know, Felidar Retreat was like an amazing limited bomb, but not like anything special and constructed, but it can really overwhelm your opponent. Looks like our opponent's just not here. So I guess it's a free win for us, hopefully. Yeah, I'll take it. 1-0. Moving up. So we're now in the middle of Diamond 4. Let's scoot over. Okay, then let's update the title. 1-0. Yes, I would like to play first. Ooh, no green lands means I think we can't keep this, sadly. Oh, this is a great hand. It is going to be interesting what I put back, though. So, we have two different 2-drop accelerants. And Yusharn to go with them. which means we could actually be playing Storm the Festival pretty for sure. So I'm actually going to put back the... Actually, I think I'm going to put back the Loyal Warhound. Because we're on the play, so it's not going to be getting a land. And if we don't draw a land... Oh, maybe we should have played the Florahedron as a land. Because they don't have a guaranteed untapped land drop. Yeah, we should have played the Florahedron as a land on turn 1. That was definitely a mistake. Because we want to Yasharn on turn 3 for sure. Before he has counter magic up. Oh, let me move my overlay back. I think it's probably better like this. Yeah, let's see. My side of the board a little better. Yeah, so we missed our land drop, which is really unfortunate. Just gonna cast a Florahedron. Pass the turn. Actually, I'll probably swing for 1. If he wants to trade the Devil with my Innkeeper, I'm fine with that. Yeah, play with fire and stuff like this is exactly why I like Prosperous Innkeeper as a ramp creature over Florahedron on turn 2 if you have the choice. Especially when you have the 4 that you really want to ramp into, it's going to be really powerful. Oh yeah, if he's just going to take your time off to Expressive Iteration. Well, if we would just draw a land, and then we can Yasharn this turn and Storm the Festival next turn. Yeah, he's probably just iterating for a land. Okay, we don't hit the land, but we have to do this because we need to be making our land drops, so... Play land. And the next turn, actually, we can Felidar Retreat plus land afterwards. Probably make a 2-2. I'm surprised he didn't play with fire there. Because I'm not going to have another great target for it. Although I guess if I make a 2-2, I will. So we'll see. I'm not too scared of Insectile Aberration. We're going to gain life almost as fast as it's going to deal damage to us. Oh, I'm not afraid of this at all. This card does not look very good. Ooh, we could have Seekus Chariot. Whatever we play this turn is definitely not getting countered. Although I guess you could have Disdainful Stroke or Negate. But let's just go to combat and see what happens. Okay, yeah, if he makes this trade, I'm totally cool with that. Because if he blocks and then casts Play with Fire. Because I have another one in my hand and they're legendary, and then also it means I can resolve one of my. So Felidar Retreat, and now we can make a 2-2 as well without having to worry about it getting Play with Fire. There's definitely an argument for playing Chariot there. I just tend to play Felidar Retreat so that I can maximize my land drop triggers. Because if you wait too long to play Retreat, you just won't have lands anymore to play. And next turn we can either, if we draw a land, we can Chariot plus land to make, you know, all of our creatures like 3/3s. Or we can Storm, or we can Shine if we don't draw a land. And him swinging for 1 and getting to filter is not something I'm worried about. This is an interesting build, because it's the blue-red spells shell, but it's really low to the ground with Delver, Play with Fire, and all of these suspicious storm waves. So Eruption to kill my 2/2. I don't really care about. I'm just gonna Yasharn so I can hit land drops. Make another 2/2. Game for life. Then I'll pass the turn. I'm not really worried too much about this. He can get it back by exiling 4 spells, so... I mean, any turn he wants, he can basically just play this, but I'm not even really worried about it. I don't know, I'm probably just going to block with Yasharn. If he wants to spend his turn exiling his graveyard and casting it again, I think I'm okay with that. The question is, do we Chariot or do we Storm next turn? Because Storm uses our mana better, but Chariot's pretty nice with Felidar Retreat in play. Yeah, I think I will block. Like, I think we're going to beat him in the long term. And letting him cast a free spell each turn off of this is not super good. And forcing him to exile a bunch of them to recast it is, I think, fine. Oh, and he just scooched. Not really sure why. Okay, so blue-red spells. Let me look back at some of my notes. Interesting. I think I'm going to bring in Paladin class for sure. Because then all of his spells, he has to cast at instant speed. I actually might want more than one of these on the sideboard at some point. And thinking about Toski, thinking about the Warhound on the play. I think we don't need the Storm the Festivals to go over the top here. I don't think the Scoot Storms are very good against the Magma Spray or the tomb damage one. Toski seems good. Seems like we can get ahead with it. He is playing the Snowland version, so maybe Redain is worth it. And... I guess with Toski, we don't need as many 4s. Florahedron also seems kind of bad against the 2 damage spell. So I like Felidar Retreat better than Sharn, I think. And let's bring one Storm the Festival back in. I like it as a way to kind of go over the top. Maybe Portable Hole, actually. Because he is playing, like, Delver, at least, and that other one that's unblockable. Yeah, let's get another Portable Hole in here. And I'm going to cut another Florahedron. I really don't want his removal to be able to do anything. Can't keep this, sadly. Can't keep this either. Okay, I have to keep this. We have 2 lands, Innkeeper. So we're probably going to go turn 2 Innkeeper and turn 3 Chariot. And in order to do that, we need all 3 of our lands. We need to put Redain back. As much as it sucks doing, I think we have to do it. Yeah, like obviously we draw a land like this, it's kind of punishing because now we don't get to play Redain, but being able to turn through Chariot I think is a powerful game plan not to. Or actually in this case turn through Velvet Archery. Hopefully he plays something, because I really don't want either of these to get countered. So if he doesn't play something, I might run out Chariot. Because I kind of want that one to get countered more than Velvet Archery. I mean, he could have another counter spell, and then he might just get countered, but hopefully we draw into enough action. Yeah, okay. So now we can just spell it archery. Yeah, these werewolves are kind of annoying. But every land drop is going to make us a creature, gain us a life. You can even activate Field of Ruin next turn, kill his pathway. Make another 2/2. He is drawing a lot of cards off these guys. I'm definitely going to bring in that second portable. Okay, does he have more lands? He doesn't. A little annoying. So I want to field this turn, which means I should play the untapped land. Play the Warhound. And I'm not going to swing, because I want to gain the life off of Innkeeper. I mean, if he flips Delver, he flips Delver. But, yeah, a little unfortunate. We can't flip it back today. These things are so much better in the night than they are in the day. Burning Hands might... Okay, I'm going to do this in response to save my creature. Oh, he hit Burning Hands again? Kind of annoying. Okay, we're in a little bit of trouble. At this point, I don't know if it's better to keep making 2/2s or to put counters on things, because we kind of have to race. What would be our good draws here? Fire, a little annoying. Okay, at least it's going to flip back to day now, which gives me a lot more breathing. Yeah, I'm definitely making a 2/2 now. Oh, Not drawing a spell there is so bad because it flips back to night. I think we're probably not winning this game. Yeah, in fact, I think, is that legal? Yeah, I don't think there's anything we can draw to get us out of this. Okay, so on the play, Warhound's not as good. I like the portable holes. I am kind of wondering if Fateful Absence is good here. I think Scoot Swarm's really bad. I do kind of want to keep the ability to ramp into my 4-drops, though. I don't want to cut too many Florahedrons. But maybe I cut one of my 4-drops. Maybe Felidar Retreat's not as good. Okay, I think this is what I want to run. Hopefully we can get to it. Play first, of course. No ramp. Nothing till turn 3. I mean, I think it's good enough. Cassandra Mammoth can do some work. Definitely borderline. I wouldn't be surprised if mulliganing was the right decision there. Yeah, so he's Play with Fire. This is nice because we don't get hit by it. Mammoth doesn't get hit by it. Yeah. And Mammoth can actually do some pretty good work as an aggro card right now. Yeah, Burning Hands makes sense. Probably just going to cast Yasharn next turn, so I can guarantee Felidar Retreat unless I draw an untapped land. I mean guaranteed Felidar Retreat plus land the turn after. Either that or I can cast Chariot. Ooh, yeah, now I'm definitely casting Sharn, because I want to make sure I hit Ren at 7. Yeah, he can Burning Hands, but I still get the lands, so feeling pretty good about that. And then, I mean, he can't counter all of my threats, I don't think. He's got to do something at some point proactive. Yeah, if he's not casting anything, honestly, I'm just going to cast Mammoth. Because it's good enough that he has to counter, I think. If he doesn't have the counter spell, then we're going to win this game for sure. Okay, yeah. Oh, he's just going to bounce? That's also fine. That's actually kind of nice, because could have hit each other. And then as soon as he does something proactive, we can just unload our hand. Oh, Spectral Adversary. So right now it's just a 2-1 flying. Delver. Okay. So let's run out Felidar Retreat. Draw out the counter spell. And then portable. Oh, no counter spell. Make a 2/2. And then portable hold his Spectral Adversary. little bit dangerous because if he kills the portable hole, he gets that trigger again. He can pay it. But I think a 2/1 flyer is more annoying than a Delver that may or may not flip. And if it does flip, I get information. Yeah, and then now we can play a land, make another 2/2, and then we have 7 mana, so I think I'm gonna Chariot plus Mammoth. That way I get at least one good threat into play. Actually, now he only has 1 card in hand. Kinda wanna just run in 7. Yeah. I mean, we can play around the counterspell, and also I'm not going to play 4 Hedron in case I need more creatures later. We can play around the counterspell all day, but once he's down to 1 card in hand, like, if he doesn't have it, we're just so far ahead by playing Red 7 now. Oh, okay, Thundering Rebuke.
Even in defeat, we grow.
Yeah, so let's play Chariot. And then land. Yeah, and that should do it. Let's go. Okay. So 2 more ticks. We are 1 win away from Diamond Tier 3. Ooh. Let's see what we got. Inscription of Insight. Not a bad card. Update the stream title now that we're 2-0. Yeah, definitely play first. Yeah, I think we keep this hand. Probably turn 1 Mammoth tapped, turn 2 Florahedron, turn 3 Sharn. We could turn to Royal Warhound, but I guess we probably should have, considering we didn't draw a land. But I'm just gonna squeeze one down, and at least this way we can Royal Warhound next turn. Oh, that's nice. We would have gotten our Yusharn Jawari Disruption. Oh, I can play I forgot about I had a Marius Call in hand. Yeah, let's just play this tapped. And now we draw a land, we can Ren in 7 or Yusharn. So I really don't want to run it into counter magic, to be honest. So I'm just gonna Innkeeper and pass. He's playing green? What is this guy playing? Hell something? Could be a counter spell, but okay, I'm gonna play Warhound. Get my free planes. Okay, if he counters it, then I'm gonna play a land, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to resolve Yusharn. You know, obviously it would have been better to resolve Ren in 7, but we just didn't have that mana. And now at least we have a threat in play. We baited out the counterspell. We can cut off his green if we want. Field of Ruin. Yeah, so Minding, totally okay with. Because now we get to cast Ren in 7. Probably better than Storm, to be honest. Oh, and he's just gonna scoot. Okay, so let me think about what I want to do sideboarding here. So this looks like a kind of a Dimir control build. A lot of counter spells, so I like Paladin class. I definitely, maybe you want to go up one of these. Toski might be good against him. I think Scoot Swarm is going to be bad in this matchup. I think Felidar Retreat's going to be really hard for him to deal with, so I definitely want to play that. And we're on the draw, so, or I guess we won. So yeah, we're on the draw, so I kind of like the Warhounds over the Florahedrons. And then I'll probably switch the Warhounds out for Florahedrons in the following match. Yeah, let's run this. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, the same seems good. We'll play Innkeeper on turn 2 and then retreat on turn 3 if he doesn't have anything. Oh, yeah, he's going to get to take something. Yep, retreat. Makes sense. Ooh, do I play Paladin class over... I think I do now. Because it's just going to mess with a lot of his, you know, instant speed interaction. And his own Innkeeper. So now I can play Warhound. Go get a Plains, play another Plains. And I'm not too far away from Storm and the Festival. Okay, he's gonna Binding my Warhound. I think I'm okay with that. So I get to resolve Yasharn this turn. Draw an untapped land, I could Innkeeper plus Yasharn, which I think is probably better. Because we're going to have plenty of lands anyway, so... It is a little unfortunate that he knows everything in my hand, but... not too much I can do about it. I'm just going to Storm now, see what he does. You really can't let it go, yeah. And then I'm gonna fix everything. Just gonna challenge. Okay with that. Next turn I probably just cast a Marius Call, to be honest. Spider.
I will show you what happens. My power is for annihilation.
He has 6 in play, so I don't get the Warhound trigger. So all my creatures get indestructible. I could just swing at Lilith. He'll get 2 counters. Seems he could make 2 more tokens, but he'd lose it. So I think I'm okay with that. So he double trumps here. Both goes up to 3. And then I have a ton of creatures in play that can kill it.
And a gift in exchange for loyalty.
If he has a sweeper here, it's pretty bad for me.
Go, my children.
But, I mean, I can't think of one he could have. I mean, Blood on the Snow wouldn't make sense since he's not playing Snow. Mythic Massacre. I guess he would have enough mana for Mythic Massacre, but he doesn't have it. So, we take the win. And we are to Diamond 3, baby. Let's go. Ranking up. This deck is good. This deck is really good. So, keep it going. Okay. Silver 01, who's not in silver. He's definitely in diamond. Yeah, turn 2 floor Hedron into turn 3 4-drop. Yes, please. All we need is draw a land. Looks like he's probably playing the werewolves build. Oh no, maybe just red green mid-range. Okay. So floor Hedron. Then I might even shock myself to play Yushan. Definitely not blocking. Ooh, nice. So the question is, do we... So, okay. Let me read this. I have 3 counters. Whenever the creature dies, I've had a counter, put it onto this. I died next thing. So I'm not really that scared of this. I could take the turn off to play Felidar Retreat. And then next turn I can use Sharn, get lands, make 2/2s, profit. Yeah, I think that's good. Because, I mean, we could play Yasharn, and then we could guaranteed play Ren in 7 next turn. I don't think that's a bad line. But if he has removal from my Yasharn, which is pretty likely, then we can't Ren in 7, so we're kind of in a weird spot. Okay, I'm not going to tap my floor Hedron to do this. Just make it 2/2. And the question is, do we cast Ren in 7 or Yusharn? And I think... No, I think we just Yusharn. Because if he has removal for the, you know, XX that I make, it's pretty bad for us. Because he definitely gets to kill it then. And this way, you know, he's got to have removal. He's got to start, you know, using resources proactively, because my board is better than his. Yeah. Yeah, and I can just start... Oh man, do I play Chariot here, or do I just play Ren in 7? I think play Ren in 7. Take another 2/2. My land's also, like, affecting my board. It just means that in a mid-range matchup like this, I'm just going to be able to go over the top of him. Like, we're both playing Asika's Chariots. We're both playing, you know, efficient, you know, creatures that, you know, are pretty big. But eventually, all of my things are just going to get +1/+1 counters every time I play a land. And I just don't know what he's going to be able to do about that.
Trees can fight their own battles.
Like, I think next turn I'm just going to play Chariot and then land and make him a counter. Yeah, see, he just can't deal. So let's see. He's playing Chariot. He's playing... I think Felidar Retreat's going to be really good in this matchup. I might just want 4 in the main, to be honest. I think Warhound's on the play, or on the draw, I mean. I didn't see a ton of portable hold targets. Actually, I saw nothing that I would want to hit, because the only one I saw was Innkeeper. But I think Absence might be good. What I think is bad in this matchup? Spellbinder doesn't seem great. I mean... Kind of everything in my deck seems good against him. Maybe Scoot Swarm is a little unnecessary. I don't really need to go wide against him. Yeah, I don't like giving him 2 tokens. I'm gonna bring one of the borrowed times. He's probably gonna bring in some bigger threats. This is nice because it gets, you know, around like the. We didn't see too much of his deck, but at least what we saw, like this exiles, so he doesn't get the, you know, token off of the 3/3 thing that he made. Let's run it like this. I want to see more of his deck before I make too many changes. I don't really know what he's got going on. It's cool seeing such a wide variety of decks in Standard right now, though. Yeah, this seems fine. Not great, but you know, we could use some more lands. Robo draw some. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and I think we played Florahedron tapped. We don't really have anything else to do on turn 2. Yeah, I think we don't. Because I think we can play Warhound or Florahedron next turn, and then because we want to play Warhound the turn after, so we get the extra lands. Oh, interesting. This is pretty bad if he takes our Florahedron here. But he takes Felidar Retreat, which kind of makes sense. Yeah, so now we can play Florahedron. We drew another Felidar Retreat, so rough for him. But we now need to draw an untapped land if we want to play it, which we don't, so we can Warhound. Get it. So now we can play it next turn. And if he swings, I'm definitely going to trade. Because you know, I don't really care about Warhound. Ooh, Briarbridge Tracker. Another reason not to bring in that Fateful Absence. Okay, so we can play Felidar Retreat, and play Florahedron tapped, make a 2/2. And now we're off to the races. Maybe Spellbinder isn't good in this matchup. Oh, Renin 7. That is kind of brutal right now. Or I mean, Goldspan Dragon. Yeah, I think I Renin 7. Make a 5/5.
Do not underestimate the
Play a
route
Marius
to
Call.
Galloway. The trees are not.
Make another 2/2. And if he wants to invest resources into killing my Renin 7, it's okay because we're pretty close to dying anyway, so we kind of need the breathing room. Yeah, his deck is pretty efficient. I don't know if I like Spellbinder in this matchup. A 3/1 body just doesn't seem like it matters too much. I mean, it's probably better on the play, but it just doesn't seem like he has that many cards that are like individually important. Oh, he's not playing anything? That's so good for me.
Rich soil grows.
Okay, so don't hit a land, which is kind of crazy. So I think I'm just going to Spellbinder then. See what he's got going on. Yo, he has nothing? Okay, yeah, I'm just going to cast another Spellbinder then. Because now I really want to make sure my Renin 7 lives, because I need to hit land drops. Because if I just hit land drops, I win this game. And he can investigate with this clue token. Oh, okay. So I'm going to... No. I'm going to plus one. Because I kind of want to cast Felidar Retreat.
We will help you find safe.
And then with the bottom one, I'm gonna. Oh, okay, this is gonna scoop. I was gonna say with the bottom one, I was gonna give the counters, and the top one make a 2/2 because I wanted to get my elite spellbinders up to 4 power. But yeah, another win. We're on a good streak right now. I think that's 4 in a row. Okay. We haven't got to go off with Scoot Swarm yet, which is the most fun thing I think you can do in the deck, even if it's not the best thing. But yeah, hopefully we get a chance. I've been finding it's like I've been siding him out a lot. A 1 toughness creature at 3 is just such a liability, and if you wait until like turn 6 to play him, when you can play him plus the land, you just usually have other things you want to be doing by then. Yeah, I'll keep this. No 2-drop accelerant, but you know, we can Spellbinder and do some stuff. Okay, so we're playing against blue-red spells again. Oh, I've been seeing this build with the snow spirit stuff. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. I think there's better things to be investing your mana in than eventually making this into like a 4/4, and then if they just remove it, you're kind of screwed. Definitely gonna cast Spellbinder here. I want to know what he has in his hand. Spellbinder's just such an efficient card. Okay. So, into the Royal, Behold the Multiverse, Negate. I'm just going to take Adversary here. Because now he can't do anything with his mana this turn really, except for make this bigger. Into the Royal is not very good against my cards. Hold the Multiverse is not great. I mean, it's just expensive. You can pay 3, make this a 4/4. So yeah, I'm not going to block. So he has Negate, which is good to know about, which means we don't want to run out our Seeker's Chariot or our Felidar Retreat, but we didn't draw land anyway, so I think I'm just going to swing. He's probably going to turn this into a 4/4, so I might just play Scoot Swarm so I can have a jump blocker. If he wants to just bounce it with Royal, I think I'm okay with that. I could have played Spellbinder there. There's definitely an argument for that. Yeah, so I can't really let this happen anymore. So I think I need a Spellbinder again. Honestly, as soon as I draw another land and I can cast your Charm, it's going to be so much better shape. But I want to do this and just hit Behold. And I'm just going to swing with this. Oh, I can't really swing with anything because he can activate Faceless Haven. Yeah. And I can't really let him start drawing cards, so I think I'm just going to start chump blocking. I could double block and force him to activate it again. 2/2. Okay, so now we Innkeeper plus Warhound. And then we'll actually have mana next turn. We still haven't cast anything he can negate. Rolling our Scoot Swarm, fine with that. Man, not hitting land drops has been really rough this game. I guess maybe I should have thought more about Innkeepering earlier. At least now we can use Sharn next turn. Okay, I'm gonna swing with Warhound and see what he does before I cast anything. And now I'm just gonna use Sharn. Still want to play around the negate. play a land. The next turn we can start trying to go wide with Scoot Swarm. But we might need to just play Ren and 7 to make a blocker, but he also can just negate that, so I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do about this. This creature's kind of been a problem. We have lethal next turn, but we die next turn unless we put a lot of... I mean, he can give us 2 more counters. We need to put a lot of creatures into play. So I'm going to... Innkeeper. Into Scoot Swarm. He has the counter spell. So I think we're still got to do this. Wait, why can't we play like Floor Hedron or something? And then wait, what? Why can't I sacrifice this for a man of any color? Oh, because of my own Yasharn. Right. That is rough. So I think we lose this game then. Yep. Man, Ascendant Spirit really toasted us there. But Ascendant Spirit means I think I'm likely to bring in Portable Hole, because he's probably going to have other like Delver type things. Let's see, we get to play first, so I don't want the Warhounds. He's got a lot of counter magic, so I like Paladin class. I think Retreat is pretty hard for him to interact with. I don't love Scoot Swarm, because he could just have Burn. And I think I'm going to bring in 1 Borrowed Time. Could bring in Curse of Silence, but I just don't know what his build is like enough yet for that one. So, let's try this out. That game felt very winnable, but we just missed so many land drops. This deck really needs to hit its lands, like more than any other. Yeah, it seems great. Floor Hedron into Chariot. I'm gonna play Call turn 1 tapped. Just to, because we'll have a chance to do it. We can hole anything we need to. Yep. Why bring in the Portable Holes? Ooh, I could play... No, I want to just play Chariot. I mean, I could have played Plains and then Hole plus Paladin class. But I kind of want to, like, really put on the pressure. Yeah, and also now, we'd probably rather hold this. Mind the Monster. Interesting. Okay, well now I think I'm just gonna Spellbinder. That way I know what he's got going. Behold the Multiverse Slot Coming. Yeah, I'm gonna take Slot Coming so that he can't foretell it. He has no land, so if he doesn't hit a land here, it's pretty rough shape. He hits another Behold. Not great for him. I'm definitely gonna trade with anything he attacks with. Yeah, I'll trade with Aberration here. He can pump the Spirit up if he wants. Yeah, so I'm just gonna play Chariot. I would like to resolve Paladin class at some point, but I think because he's behind on land, getting Chariot into play is just so good for me, because I can portable hole if he leaves something back to block. I mean, what's he going to do this turn? Foretell, Behold? I'm okay with that. He's going to bind one of my two. Yeah, okay. It's actually a little annoying because now we can't attack with Chariot. So we just have to remember this is a Behold. The question is, do we play another Chariot just for the 2/2 so we can start making more 2/2s? I think we do. Yeah, and he's just gonna scoop. Oh, thanks for the follow. Gunt G. How you doing? Yeah, okay, so now we're back to being... Oh. Gun hate. Interesting. Thank you for the follow. So now we're back to being on the draw, so I like the Warhounds more. Okay, this is starting to seem like they might not be real follows. Cool. But, you know. Interesting. Don't know why this is happening. Anyway. Yeah, so I want the Warhounds. I still want the Portable Holes. I still want the Paladin classes. I like the Spellbinders, so maybe I don't want the Borrowed Time anymore. I kind of want to cut one or two of the Florahedrons, because I think it's just too bad if we play Florahedron and then something gets, we get hit by something. Because like with Innkeeper, if it's really hard to kill the Treasure, and they're not going to want to. With Florahedron, if they kill it with like a, burn spell, like I'm sure they're running Frostbites. Like it's just so bad for us. His hand is so slow. I actually don't know if I can even keep this. With them going first, I think we'll just get run over. Yeah, this hand seems better. So we're going to play probably Innkeeper on 2, and then Chariot or Yasharn. So I think we aren't going to have time for Mammoth. Yeah. Delver, makes sense. I'm just going to Portable Hole it. And if we have to pay 3 life for Mayor's Call later, we have to pay 3 life for Mayor's Call. Tell, and now we don't have to. Keeper. And then Behold, and we're just going to take this opportunity to resolve. I don't know if we want to resolve Charity or Charm. I mean, he has Negate, so maybe Chariot, because it dodges more. And it's a little harder to interact with on the board. Yeah, I think Chariot's a little better. Hopping Stitcher. That's an interesting card. Yeah, so let's Ooh, do we Yasharn or do we Spellbinder? I kind of want to know what he's got going on. Okay, he's going to consider, make a Decayed Zombie. Yeah, we dodged the negate, that was good. For each opponent gain control over one target creature, claims like 3 or less. So he can gain like my Spellbinder. I'm kind of okay with that. I kind of want to just take Consider. Just give him less things to do to make tokens. Oh, I should have played that for green. That was a mistake. Tap. These two. Because we do have a triple green card in our deck. I mean, granted, we also have a triple white card, but we're less likely to need this as a spell. And we can also go get the other white with you. So we can take my Spellbinder. Kind of okay with that. And I think I'm going to start attacking with the 2/2s as well. Oh, we even get to Loyal Warhound and get a land? Although we don't get to do that and Yasharn, so I think I'd rather just Yasharn. Because then also we get to tap Yasharn to improve the Chariot. And I'm just going to swing with everything at this point, because he's under a lot of pressure. He wants to kill one of my 2/2s. It's okay, I'm making another one anyway. We're at plenty of life. And I think I'm going to play the Forest, because there's a chance now we actually want to cast this. We're not too far off. So he can flip his Poppet Stitcher this turn. But I think if he does that, we're pretty close to winning. Oh, he's considering in response to the that's actually a pretty good play. But forcing him to do it for 3 is kind of nice. So let's see. We don't have lethal anymore because he has as many creatures as we do pretty much. Find the monstering like, doesn't that win me the game? Oh, I guess it doesn't win me the game, but 4 blockers. Man, I feel like there has to be a way to win here. These 4 blockers. We play both Warhounds and crew both. We swing with everything. He has to chump, eats 3 of my cats. I make another cat, I get in for 1. He goes to 1. I'm left with a Chariot, a cat token, 2 Loyal Warhounds, and a Prosperous Innkeeper, and he's left with 3 Stitcher tokens. I don't like that enough. I think I'm just gonna cast Warhounds and pass. Although, oh wait. Oh my god, I had lethal, I didn't even see it. I'm so dumb. I have Cave of the Frost Tyrant in play, or Frost Dragon in play. He missed it. I'm not gonna play this. Yeah, I don't have enough for this anymore. But Okay, let's pass. Hopefully he misses it again. And then I can just swing in the air and win next turn. So 2/3 doesn't get flying until the okay, so yeah, let's try this again. 3/4 flyer. Can you do anything about that? Nope. We win the game. Let's go. Brings us to 5-0. We're almost Diamond 2. Yeah, I've been liking playing best of 3 instead of best of 1 for this session. I play a lot of best of 1 because I think it's easier to start out playing best of 1 with a deck because you don't need to think about sideboarding, and you know there's just kind of when you're learning a deck you don't want to add too many elements. But best of 3 is nice because it lets you kind of form a game plan, and if you get cheesed out one game you still have a chance. And I also think it's a good exercise to think about what cards you need to be sideboarding in and out. I think that's just it kind of lets you think about what components of your deck you have and why in a way that you kind of don't get unless you like force yourself to do it with sideboarding. So yeah, 5-0, green-white. Oh. I don't know why we drew there. Interesting. Arena being buggy, I guess. Okay. Right back into it. Kyo Mitu. 0131. Play first. Yeah. Play Mammoth tapped, Cave turn 2, and Florahedron, and then hopefully just Yusharn if we draw an untapped land. We got 2 shots to draw an untapped land. That's pretty good. And if we hit Yusharn, then we're just going to take over the game with Yusharn in Scoop Form. A little scary is leading Mountain. Hopefully he doesn't have a Frostbite. He doesn't. That's nice. Innkeeper. Okay, now land. Yes! So good at the game. And now he can't even sacrifice the treasure, so this game's, I think, almost locked already, to be honest, because you know, he can't ramp. We're going to get to Yusharn again next turn. Probably not actually because he's legendary, but his double Innkeeper he can't sacrifice. Brutal. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and swing. Then I'm going to Mammoth plus Warhound. I don't know what it could have for 1 red that I'm scared of. 1 red or blue. Yeah, he can bounce my Yusharn, so now he's 1 shot to sack his treasures. I kind of expected that's what he would have, was Fading Hope. But playing another Yusharn there doesn't really help, so Storm the Festival Let's see what he hits. Magda and Innkeeper. Gaining some life, make some treasures. Let's cast Yasharn, I guess, and the next turn we can Scoot Swarm and start making Scoot copies. And I might as well swing. And he still can't do anything with treasures until he deals with Yasharn. So, unless he does something about that, I think we're good. And next turn we can Scoot, then play a land and make a Scoot copy. And then we can actually follow it up with Chariot even. Yeah, Prismari Command, not worried about that. I don't really care about my Warhound anyway. I might swing with Yasharn to try to get him to block and then play a second one if he like triple blocks, but I don't think he would anyway. Ooh, Storm the Festival. No, I think I like my original plan. Oh, I don't know why I tapped all of my green mana. Take a Scoot copy. Actually, now I'll swing and see what it does. Because if he triple blocks, then I just play a second Yasharn. If not, then I just put Chariot. Oh, yeah. Now he's one card in hand, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, not too worried about winning, definitely. Like, obviously it's good, but I think we're just going to cast Storm the Festival and start making a million Scoots in seconds. Oh, so we can put Scoot Swarm plus land into play. Play another land. Do like 1,000 tokens. Swing for 7. And then next turn, if we don't hit a land drop, we can just use Sharn for lands. We have 8 mana, so 9 mana. If we hit an untapped land, we can actually Storm again. That might be really good, because we can float our retreat. I don't know why he's doing this. Like, he knows I know he has nothing. And now I just have Leaflet. Yep. Okay, so red-green, kind of ramp. Let's think about this. So I don't think Portable Hole is good here. I'm trying to think about what we saw. We saw Renin 7. We saw... I don't know. I think Felidar Retreat is going to be pretty hard for him to interact with. And on the draw, I like the Warhound. I think Scoot Swarm is maybe a little unnecessary against him. And let's bring in a Toski. I think it'll be a good blocker. I'm not totally sure about the sideboard plan here. You know, red-green is interesting matchup. I guess Portable Hole I could bring in for like Magda and stuff, but I don't really care that much about Magdas. Ooh, I think this is too slow. Yeah, we can keep this. I wonder what he's splashing blue for. We'll go and put Mammoth on turn 1. So that puts him on turn 2 keeper, and then turn 3 either Charity or Charm. I guess he played Decisive Denial last turn, or last game. That card is pretty good. If he taps out, I'm just going to play Retreat. And if he doesn't, I'm probably going to play Chariot or something. I guess I'll trade. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play Spellbinder now. Because he kind of has to counter it, and if he doesn't, then I get so much info about like how his counters are going to line up. Oh, all he has is Mind Flayer? Yeah, okay, well that's good for us. Mind Flayer's not even that good against me. I go wide. Let's cast Retreat. Oh, he drew Disdainful Stroke off the top. Oh, and Dragon. Well, better to be lucky than good sometimes, I guess. At least now he can't use his treasures. Our Yusharn is as big as his Goldspan Dragon, so at least as of right now we've got... we're winning the race. Okay, I have 6 mana, so I can't quite Spellbinder plus Chariot. So... I think I'm going to do this. And if he goes to activate the Den, then I can Field of Ruin it. Or I can just play Chariot. I think I'm going to play Chariot, because it lets me go wide enough that I can win probably next turn. I guess if he has an untapped land, then he takes my Yusharn, which is pretty bad. But I'm actually not even that worried about that. Because he still can't sacrifice the treasures. Yeah, so now I think we... Oh, do we get a... Oh yeah, same thing. Okay. So I think first things first, we Spellbinder. We can do that no matter what. And then I think we crew the Chariot, swing. I think we're going to adjust the Chariot. I'm assuming the Chariot and the Spellbinder, it kind of encourages a trade. And if we look at this, then, I mean, he could eat Spellbinder, eat the 2/2, and we just have the Chariot left, which is pretty bad for us, but then he takes 4. Yeah, I think we swing at everything, make an extra 2/2. He's probably going to trade the Dragon for the Chariot, is my guess. And then, oh yeah, so he's not doing that. And yeah, I think we just pass now, with the idea being that, I guess, I could have played Chariot to crew this Chariot, and then I probably had lethal. So, that was probably a mistake. I wasn't really thinking. But now I can do that this turn, so. And I am gonna kill his Den of the Bugbear. The But now he's a lot of blockers, so I actually don't even know if we're going to be able to do that this time. Ooh, fell at our retreat. That is really good for us. And I'm gonna swing with Chariot, but I don't want to swing with everything because he has enough blockers now. So I'm hoping he's gonna trade. He can sacrifice the Yashar now, or he can trade with the Yashar now and unlock his treasure tokens. But at this point in the game, we're not really doing anything anyway. So now we can play another Chariot, and we're pretty close to having lethal next turn for sure. If we draw a land, all of our creatures are lethal. If we don't draw a land, we can cast any spell in our deck. So I think we're in good shape. Yeah. And let's just swing with the team. Definitely not crewing a Seeker's Chariot here. We don't need to. If he has some kind of instant speed sweeper, you know, I don't want to lose it. Yeah. And there we go, another win. And we are Diamond 2, baby. And that puts us to 6-0 in the session. Okay. Well, Diamond 2 is a good place to hit. I think I'm going to call it a day there. Thank you guys for joining me today. I had a lot of fun. I'm glad this was able to be such a successful stream, getting a lot of wins. Hope you enjoyed seeing the deck, and see you guys next time.